What is love? What is love? Love. Oh, that is a hard one.
Well, I'm kind of happy actually that even the word love kind of made me chuckle and made me smile.
And as somebody that's recently kind of single as well, I think that probably skews my opinion a little bit as well.
Love is just a chemical reaction or imbalance in your brain, but of course when we look in the minds of people, it would be really, really hard to imagine the world and the earth as we know it without love.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Baby, don't hurt me.
But seriously, what is love? Is there such a thing as love? And how many other ways can love exist?
Love, to me, is a force of nature that drives you forward.
It's a concept, I think, that changes as well, or hopefully changes as you get older and as you understand the world better, as you understand relationships better, as you kind of go through different relationships and learn different things. Love. I have love. I respect love. I have this here. I think the general concept of love, most people will probably answer or think of it in a similar kind of way. It's that kind of mutual feeling of wanting to be with somebody, and of wanting to kind of spend the rest of your life with a person.
I would say it's a feeling, definitely a feeling, but I also feel like it's a commitment. Like, well, obviously if you love like your family, well, I mean, I guess that could be a commitment too, but I think that's a different kind of love. But love is
The love for your fellow man, the love for yourself, the love for your family, the love for the whole planet itself. I don't know. Love comes in many forms, that's what they say.
But when it kind of comes down to the lower level, to the individual, that varies massively depending on what it is you as an individual want and also need from a relationship.
So for me, love is this natural mixture of like caring and respecting something. It's a lot different than passion.
When you have a hard time, for example, if you have a disease or going through a hard time because you have problems in your everyday life or you lost someone in your family, that the other person is there for you, supports you.
So for me, as we now go into this personal therapy session, which this may now become, for me personally, that general abstract idea is what I consider love. But then when I'm in a relationship, there are certain things in that relationship that I as a person need and that I want, and that will vary from person to person. But for me, that's somebody that has similar interests as me, wants to share experiences and do things together.
It is hard to pinpoint one single thing that represents love. It could be so many things.
You can love yourself. It doesn't have to be someone you love like another person, but if you love yourself, that enough is a huge amount of energy in yourself.
I would say it's a built-in feeling inside of you, and I totally do not sound romantic at all, but I think it's that.
Like human love requires a really honest opening about everything you agree and everything you disagree. It requires this kind of vulnerability that it's hard for you to assume. Whenever you settle down in your life and say like, I love this woman or I love this man, and I want to actually like give up a few of my life choices and limited all of them to life choices that will suit both of us, that's pure love.
But it's to me, love is a culmination of all of those things, and those things may not always work perfectly. But I think, another aspect to love is that, if you love somebody or you're in love with somebody, you work at those things if they don't necessarily work, or you find compromises.
I think the only thing that I can say is love does exist. It's nothing tangible, it lies only within our own minds. But I think that's enough to make it real.
Also, love makes us, or maybe we make us crave love. Maybe part of the question about love is also part of the pressure that comes from media. I mean, of course we feel love and love is real. I do believe in love in every single aspect of it. But like, it's also a media thing. Couples and weddings and family, and in Finland we have this thing called ydinperhe, and that is like the thing that Finland wants people to kind of look for in life. That you have the perfect you are the perfect couple, and you have the perfect house, and you have the perfect children and the dog.
So I think, love itself encompasses a lot of different stuff. And for a lot of different people. I think other people that answer this question or think about this question may have completely different ideas, or may think about relationships in a completely different way to me. But again, I think it's down to the individual.
Though if I had to pick one, love is a feeling. Love is the feeling that you get when you get a dopamine hit on your brain. And that happens when you do something that you really, really, really like or love.
I think it is a feeling. We are, not just us, other animals as well, are programmed to feel a certain thing. And we as humans are probably a bit more evolved in that space than other animals. But, when you meet someone you really like, when you're dating them, when you're seeing them, when you're going through a relationship, when you ask someone to marry you, or you have a kid, or you get married, you have that rush of endorphins, I guess, and other kind of chemical reactions that happen in your body that make you feel a certain way. And that generally, hopefully for most people, is a good feeling, it's a happy feeling. And that's what you kind of strive to replicate when you're in a relationship. And it's those feelings, over time, from when we were just kind of, cave people up until now, that those feelings have changed, and the kind of concept related to those feelings has evolved into what we now call love or consider love.
I think it's just chemicals reacting, that it is. But to be fair, I'm kind of taking that back, because it's like, I think that's kind of like when you fall in love, that might be the chemicals reacting, because I did say it's a commitment. I feel like being in love and trying to commitment to someone is a bit more different, and that's maybe not reaction, that's actually you have to decide that you love this person, because sometimes it can be a bit hard and sometimes less. So
for me, love is whenever you give up some things that would be natural from you, and you embrace decisions that are not your native ones, that's love.
For me, it is just well, for people that I love, it's just unconditional. I don't really think about it. It just happens, and I just care about them, and I would do anything for them. But don't know. I can't answer your question.